Yo, what is up everybody? I am Mami Yoshiko. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, or welcome back to my channel. Mother freaker, do you want to hear my excuses on why this took so long? No? I didn't think so. Episode 15, let's go. Who doesn't love a wholesome filler lake episode? I do. I prefer to not have my feels train leave the station early. I'm not prepared for that ish right now. First of all, Hattori, who gave you the right to be that freaking fine? That's right, no one. You can't do that. I was literally watching this episode and I was just like, Hattori, this is illegal. What you doing? You gotta stop that. And from the get-go, you see Yuki and Kyo have been very awkward since visiting Kyoko's grave. And boy, were they killing the vibe with their awkwardness. And Shigure, being the manipulator, convinced everyone to go to the Soma Lake House. But can we appreciate how fine Hattori is in glasses? Oof! And apparently Shigure doesn't always drag everybody on an obnoxious trip, so the boys were like, what are you planning, homie? And then Shigure goes, we need someone to lighten the mood. I know, I'll call Aya! And they were like, do not fucking dare. We will kill you. Boys, I freaking love Ayame. How dare you? And then the kids are booted out of the house to go on a nice walk with young Toru. And Hattori, we know Hattori. Hattori's slick. He's like, yo, Shigure, drop the act. You're avoiding your editor, aren't you? Poor woman. Yo, I still freaking ship it. I still ship the sale so hard though. And we cut back to Toru and the boys, and she feels the tension so strong and blames herself. Baby, you did nothing wrong, okay? And Yuki and Kyo are just like, what you talking about, homie? You didn't do anything wrong. Kyo almost eats shit, falls in a big hole, which apparently belongs to Jason, which apparently is a character from a horror film. Toru, baby, don't fall! But I feel so bad for that editor, Shigure. I know you looking fine as F right now, but boy, you freaking playing right now. And then we learn why Shigure lurked everybody to the Soma Lake House, and that was because of Kana's wedding. And if you don't remember, Kana and Hattori were like lovers, and my heart's hurting already. Shigure, you a freak, but damn, you looking out for your homeboy. And then cutting back to the boys transforming, freaking fighting, going at it, and Toru is like, when they ignoring each other, this means something wrong. Usually it's not good when people fight, but these two fight all the time, that it's literally horrible and something is wrong when they aren't even talking. And now they're fighting, and bickering is literally worse than before, but damn it, aren't they so cute? Look at Yuki and all his little mice friends. So adorable. Toru, the cute cinnamon roll that she is, laughing that they're fighting, because apparently that means everything's back to normal if they're freaking fighting. But I adore these boys so much. I just love how they try to just ease Toru's mind of any negative thoughts, like, baby, you did not do anything wrong. Ugh, I love them so much. But it is very clear that Yuki can't get the hat out of his mind. I wonder if he'll confront about it in future episodes. More fighting, freaking super. Baby Toru, I love her so much. And then our lovely gang go back to the house, and we cut to the other trio that we love so much. Hattori, who gave you permission to be this precious cinnamon roll? No one! And then Ayame magically shows up at the house, my boy, and Yuki and Kyo, they ain't about it. They ain't having it at all. They want him to get the freak out. But I love him. Why not we keep him there? Name a freaking more iconic duo. I'll wait. And then these freakers are so loud that they wake up poor baby Hattori. Let my man sleep. Hasn't he been through enough? And I don't know. This is adult way Hattori being like, these kids need to get the fuck out. Weren't you gonna take Toru to the lake? This is me telling you, get the freak out of the house so adults can have our chit chat. And Ayame has pictures from Kana's wedding. Why would you do that? And he didn't even go. He got them from Mayu, who, if you don't know who Mayu is Kana's friend from college, who apparently, I didn't connect the dots until this moment, that Mayu, who is also Toru, Yuki, and Kyo's homeroom teacher, apparently dated Shigure. Holy crudsicles. And Ayame be like, you could just pull Mr. Steal Yo Girl, steal the bride on her wedding day. For Hattori to be back with Kana. Oh, and Hattori is just such a good freaking man. Ayame though, he's like that batshit crazy bestie. But when you need someone to freaking talk some sense into you, Ayame got you. And they freaking there for you. And they gonna be a real one. I love how Ayame's compassion for his friends just shows so much. Like, I adore how much that he cares for Hattori and Shigure. And Ayame tells Hattori that, bro, you are too nice for your own good. That you end up getting hurt all the time. Yo, get you a man like Hattori. Like, oh, he doesn't even care about his own happiness. He doesn't even care about him moving on, finding some other girl. No, he is just so grateful and blessed to have a love like Kana at all. What a freaking man. I'll take 20. Ayame pissing off his brother like usual with his bullshit brotherly bonding. Episode 16, let's go. And this is where the manga volume per comparison video episodes kind of get wonky. Because I noticed when I was looking back through the manga that these manga chapters that correlate with these two episodes are way further down past Kyo's arc, past the first season. So this whole thing is the very first time animated episodes. And we're gonna learn more about Uotani and her backstory. We start at the beautiful pool. And yo, someone get me a goth waifu like that. I need me a freak like that. I need a beautiful goth waifu like Kana, cause damn, she looks so gorgeous. And Toru is so freaking cute, but she is in her poor old middle school uniform. Toru, that's nasty. Toru, I feel you. Like, I spend my money on other shit, but the one thing I won't spend money on is like on things I need. Like, why do I need new clothes? True story, this is really gross, but I had like the same shoes for like 10 years. And it literally took my family throwing them out behind my back and being like, we got you new shoes. Yeah, my family would bug me to get new shoes, but I was like, but they're usable. They don't have big holes in them. So Uotani is like, H2 hoes, let's go shopping and get Toru a new swimsuit. Shigure freaking cracks me up though. Shigure, you nasty. You a nasty freak. Yuki and Kyo get dragged along. I feel so bad at how uncomfortable they are, but it is so cute how embarrassed they're. Like, it's so adorable. And Kyo, oh my baby. Kyo is so much like more expressive and flustered in the reboot, and I just think it's the cutest shit. Like, I love it so much. And Hana is like, P-I-N-K, pink is Toru's color, because for her mother, the crimson butterfly red, and apparently her dad white. Beautiful pink for baby Toru. But the boys are fighting over orange or freaking blue. And then these rugged, thugged kids trying to bother our queen Uo. And yo, honey, how old are you? 12? You are too young to be calling boys yummy. Do you hear me? Go back to freaking watching Blue's Clues or some shit, okay? Why are these kids calling them yummy? Where's your mother? I'll go get her. And then we learn how Uo and Toru actually met. Uo was a part of a female gang when she was younger, and she looked up to no one other than the Crimson Butterfly, the gang leader, aka Kyoko Honda, aka Toru's mother. And yo, what are these kids? What are you doing? No unsolicited pics, no photos, please. And Uotani was very infatuated with her and was shocked to find out that she changed her name and friggin' had a kid and moved on with a better life. And now we move to where Toru and Uo go to school, and Uo is trying to scout the Crimson Butterfly's daughter, expecting her to be a badass rebel just like her mother. But no, an adorable cinnamon roll baby Toru instead. And then she drops a bunch of books and some shit. But Uo helps her. Good job, baby. And while they chat and walk home, Kyoko comes, and Uo is like trying not to lose her absolute marbles. But now she sees that the delinquent she admired turned into a doting parent. And she was actually not that happy about that. She created this image of Kyoko in her head of being some specific person and found out to be nothing like that. That she was some normal, loving mother. And then we see through the episode's progression that Uo becomes more acquainted with Toru and her mother. However, she then explodes in Kyoko's face, being, I'm so disappointed in you. that she isn't some chaotic freaking gang leader. And Kyoko's like, I just calmed down and moved on with my life. And as the neglected adolescent Uo is, lashing out and stating that that loving family atmosphere was very weird, very foreign to her, made her feel really uncomfortable. And then we learn that her mother left her for another man at a very young age, and then her dad neglected her due to the fact that he was a freaking alcoholic. So she was basically alone. Ooh, psychology on me coming out. I'm sorry, you could skip 5 minutes and do what you want. When kids and teens are neglected and they don't get a lot of affection and love and stuff like that from their parents, they will go out and try to find it somewhere else. And some of the time, not all the time, but this is how kids end up in gangs or selling drugs or getting into trouble, because when they are in those groups, it gives them a sense of family and belonging that they weren't getting at home. Episode 17. Uo gets caught up with some horrible, ugly girls and ends up trembling down an alleyway where she bumps into Toru, who decides to save her ass and gets her away from these freaking wild children. Poor baby Toru, she is out of breath, my baby. In these 2 episodes, I just fell in love with Uo so much, and you would never guess how fragile of a character she is. And she brings up more how this family atmosphere is just gross to her, how she might just feel that way because she never had that. And she would just lash out at her dad, which if you are a neglected adolescent, a lot of the times they do act out because that is the only way like a parent will give them attention. Not like self-absorbed like attention, but acknowledgement, love, and compassion. And that's why some kids act out, because their parents will not pay attention or acknowledge them or act like they even exist unless they are causing trouble. And that's when a parent needs to step up and acknowledge their kid. But what do I know? I'm not a parent. Also, I'm not a certified psychologist. I'm just working and get my freaking piece of paper at school, bleh. Especially for young kids that are just like Uo, they're just lonely. Neglected children are just crying for help for their parents to acknowledge their existence. Then these rowdy kids keep trying to freaking catch Uo outside or whatever and follow them and try to get her attention. However, Uo was trying to just ignore them, being like, I don't freaking know them. She admitted how she was just like them as a kid. How they wanted attention, yet they lashed out that they wanted to be left alone. That is literally a mood. We cut back to the flashback where Uo continues to visit the Honda house because Kyoko is such an amazing woman, always an ear to listen to Uo, and then she started going back to school, which I'm guessing she would ditch because she was in a gang. Another thing that I loved about Toru is that she never judges or lets anyone's opinions of someone else affect how she treats them. Even though this teacher and the other students were worried about her being friends with Toru, she still respected and was like, this is my friend, this portion, you see this pastry? This is for my bestie, Uo. And I love Toru, I love her so much. And Uo is like, I want to change. I want to be a better person or whatever. I want to get out of this gang. And it's so freaking rough. Like, I respect people like Kyoko so much. As I stated before, these kids get into these crazy situations because they want that family dynamic that they don't get at home. And a lot of the time, after they get into that and they want to get out, it's freaking tough. And a lot of the time they wish they had someone like Kyoko, someone to give their hand out and get them out, because it's a freaking rough world out there. Kyoko is an amazing soul, amazing woman, amazing parent, always helping other people without wanting anything in return, carrying Uo on her back after getting knocked out. Poor baby Uo, don't cry. Oh, Uo. And they were talking about how she never knows how bad it is until she gets freaking hurt. And I feel that in my core. Sometimes you need to fall on your face so you know how to get back up. Like, for real. It's like such learning so many lessons in Fruits Basket. And Uo tells Kyoko that she wants to be Toru's best friend and wants to be there for Toru and wants to be a better person for Toru, as to why she left the gang, left her past life behind poor Toru. This was such a beautiful episode. I loved learning and seeing animated for the first time the whole origins of Kyoko and Uo mashing together. Like, there was a couple flashbacks in the original 2001 anime that showed parts of this, but in no way did they even get anywhere close to showing what was in the manga. We got the insinuated that she was in a gang beaten up and then Kyoko saved her. But it was so deeper seeing it in the reboot and more of the manga being animated. And now we get out of the flashback, we see these friggin' rowdy girls still following Uo, and Uo friggin' telling these girls straight, telling her it's good to be underestimated sometimes. If you want to prove you can be tough, there are other ways you can do it, and telling them to cut the crap out. You can change yourself now before you get stuck and get into trouble. And if you want me to scold you, I can do it anytime. And this part hit me really hard because it ties back to my other point, how these young kids want that attention. These kids who end up in those situations, even if it's yelling, even if it's scolding, these kids just want that acknowledgement. I do wish that we got to see how Uo repaired the relationship with her father, but I thought it was so beautiful how, you know, before her and her dad wouldn't even speak, she'd just go straight to her room. How even other girls in the game were like, my dad told me to never come back. And I think it's beautiful that now she is there for her father, and I just wish we got to see how they mended that. But damn, this was a good episode. Uo is my queen. I love her. But that is it for this video. I'm freaking trying to grind and get these out as soon as I can before the season's over, especially because this week's episode, I am not ready for it at all. But that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for dealing with my bullshit. I apologize. I'm on break from school right now, so I'm trying to grind as much as I can. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for joining my Weeb family. I love you very much, and I will see you next time. Bye!